could only imagine what it was like, but the devastation that it wrought on the island was just overwhelming. Homes, roofs completely missing. And of course, looking around the island, every fifth or sixth telephone pole looked like a bag of burnt matchsticks. They don't have water, they don't have food, they don't have power. There was an elderly home, the Ministry of Health Richmond home. I'll never forget it as long as I live. There were two women in their mid-80s, both with broken legs. One had a broken spine and a broken neck. Actually, nothing prepares you for anything like this. We toured the devastation of the island for roughly 2 hours or so. Alan Shufak, who's a retired Diageo employee, and he lives on Grenada. He's been there for 14 years. He'd never seen anything like this at all.
Absolute devastation. I believe 95% of the housing stock has been badly damaged, and we reckon about 50% of the housing stock totally destroyed.
And he said it'll take years before the country and the island gets back up to speed where it once was. 15 minutes or so later, we arrived at the brewery where we license Guinness. It's actually Guinness Foreign Extra Stout that we brew there. And again, when we got out of the car, we walked through the remnants of the roof of the brewery, which was broken and shattered asbestos tiles. There was a grain tank that was pulverized. At the Guinness Brewery, there are about 80 people that are out of work because of this disaster. But everyone had their chin up. Everybody was really focused on the future and how they would work very, very hard together to be able to open this brewery, and they said within 3 to 4 weeks. And I just found that amazing. How long is it going to take to rebuild this once power and all that gets restored and water?
We're estimating that
I think if you get generators, you could work this brewery now. I think the problem is the roof.
Diageo is a multinational corporation. We have businesses in over 200 countries around the world, and we're a company of families. The point is that when certain tragedies occur around the world, we want to be able to help the people who have been good to our company. And of course, we start with our employees. We started in Florida just 2 weeks earlier, 3 weeks earlier actually, with Hurricane Charlie. When Hurricane Francis hit, we implemented 4 generators in the area. We then, after hearing about what had happened in Grenada and getting the plea from our Latin American office, we said, well, we need to be able to put a plane load of food together, medical supplies, and get it there as soon as possible. Well, within 24 hours of the decision to put together an airlift to Grenada, we had a plane sitting on the tarmac at Miami International filled with 52,000 pounds of cooking oil, food, various types of beans, medical supplies, infant formula. This little bit will go a long way to extend their lives and their livelihoods for the next, well, if it's for 2 months or 6 months, it's well worth the mission.
For us, this is a very good show of solidarity with the Grenadian people, and it means that the partnership that we've had in good times between the Diageo Group and the people and government of Grenada continues in times of bad and in times of devastation.